Hey everyone, this is Sydney Gerard with Soul Hype Cindy. We spend our lives navigating friendships, relationships, health. Let's do it together. Let's leap into our best and most enriching lives through true and inspiring stories. Welcome back to Soul Hype Cindy. Today we have Stephanie Wiesel, and she is South Walton's wellness guru. And tell you a little bit of background on Stephanie. She was born and raised in Clarkston, Michigan. She graduated from Michigan State University with a bachelor's in architecture and interior design. She worked as a residential interior architecture and design field for 15 years. And her clients included people from all over the United States, with Los Angeles, Aspen, Park City, Dallas, Chicago, New York City, Boston, and 30A. And she had her own entity, Stephanie Wiesel Interiors. She has recently decided to get back to her first love and her passion for fitness and health, and has decided to make it her full-time career. Stephanie is a certified Pilates instructor, as well as her own wellness Instagram page, where she shares all of her insight and research, and it is healthy, well, and good. She has lived in Chicago and Atlanta and moved to 30A in 2020. She has a husband who's one of the nicest guys. He's such a nice guy. And she has 2 daughters as well, ages 9 and 10. In her spare time, she enjoys cooking, playing tennis, reading, doing all fitness, Pilates, hot yoga, weight training, and watching her girls play tennis and soccer.
Yeah.
So we usually start about how we met.
Okay.
So we met because I did your loan when you bought your house. I think
You did.
Yeah,
You did.
that's how we
Absolutely.
met.
Yeah.
And then our girls, Stephanie and Stephanie's daughter, Emma, and my daughter, Sophia, play soccer together.
They do. Little besties.
They're little
Love
besties.
them.
It's really sweet. And Emma is so well behaved.
Well, thanks.
She's so nice. And she's
Thanks.
just chill.
It's the best compliment I could get as a parent, honestly.
She's just a sweet kid. Now, Sophia is probably a little bit more of a, I feel like she's a little more high energy, and I don't know how she's when I'm not around her.
She's a great kid. Absolutely. We love her. She really is.
Hopefully she's acts well.
Welcome in our home anytime. Love her. Love her.
We usually start the podcast with a few questions.
Sure.
One of the questions is, tell me a funny memory from childhood.
How low are we going?
As low as you want to go, girl.
Okay.
Scrub the ground if you need to.
Oh, okay. A funny memory from childhood is probably one thing that a lot of people don't know about me is that I did competitive figure skating for a really long time.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, you probably didn't know this because like nobody figure skates in the South. Like no ice rinks down here. Too hot. So I did competitive figure skating. So most of my childhood I lived at the ice rink. So my brother was a hockey goalie. I lived at the ice rink. I was there before school. I went to school, after school, everything. So I was on a team. I did private lessons. Tara Lipinski, all these people, right?
Yes.
Trained at the same ice rink. So I lived at the ice rink for the first 15 years of my life.
Oh.
A lot of people don't know that.
That is
So a lot of my memories are there. So like figure skating coaches, ballet, everything was there.
So can you do like when you, the like thing in the air where you like.
Yes, the jumps. Yeah,
Yes,
everything.
but like you like turn around and you
do.
do like the spins.
Yep.
Yeah.
I could do all the jumps. I could do all the spins, all the things. Yeah.
So did you have to take like ballet as well as stuff
Everything.
like that?
Yep.
Everything. Because it's not just
travel. It was intense travel. And I was on a team. And so I represented Team USA for that, which is pretty cool.
That's super cool.
So this is a cool childhood memory, right? A lot of people don't, weird thing you might not know about me, right? Because I don't figure skate anymore. But that's kind of fun.
That is
so
fun.
Like a lot of my childhood memories were in figure skating.
And you have these
Ice
like
rink.
the beautiful outfits with the rhinestones.
All
oh my
the
God, we got to
outfits.
get a picture.
Yep.
Will you share a picture with the guests that we can? Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay.
I have my mom has plenty of me and no teeth, tiny little 6-year-old, right? 5-year-old in her little figure skating outfit. Yep. All in my parents' house, all on the wall.
Oh, I love
Right
it.
there.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
That's a fun memory.
tell me one thing that you respect about Jared.
I think he's always so supportive of my career, like always.
Yes.
And having like a kind of like a career change, right?
Yes. It is. It is.
Right. In my late 30s, 40s, it's like he's so supportive of it. Like he's 100%, like whatever I do. right? And I was like, I want to.
Has your back.
It has my back 100% every time. So, because some people would be like, wow, that's crazy, right? What are you doing? Like this, you're 40 and you're changing careers. That's crazy, right? Like,
Yeah.
It's not the safe route.
It's not the
right?
safe
But
route.
he believes in me and he supports me in any career that I'd ever want to do. If I want to go back to medical school, right? Like go to medical school, get my degree. He'd be like, great, go do it.
Yeah.
Right. Totally. The support system there is awesome.
That is.
That's why we've been together for so long. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great.
He did tell me that the first time y'all traveled together, that you had like 17 luggages.
Oh yeah. I'm not a light packer at all. I'm not even gonna try to hide that. Absolutely not. No.
I get luggage shamed by my friends, and she probably may be listening. Her initial begins with an R. Yes. She luggage shames me.
Huh.
Yeah. She's like, really? I'm like, yeah. So every time I travel, I take a picture of my luggages and I text it to her.
Oh my God.
Because I own it. I own it.
Yeah. I mean, you'd rather bring more things than not enough, right?
It's better to be over-prepared than under.
Prepared.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I know that you love fitness. Where do you think that your love of fitness started? Do you think it was when you were younger because you were involved in so many different sports and the figure skating and all that?
Absolutely. Like having that intense of a sport, like to be a part of, right? It's just you trying out, right? You had to try out for this team. You had to do private lessons. You had to do ballet. You had to do team lessons. Like it was everything. It was just the fitness commitment. You had to do off ice training. You had to keep a fitness log, right? You had to eat, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Oh yeah.
And you'd be cut from the team if you slacked. They'll check it, and they would check it every week. You'd have to have an adult sign it. This is at a very young age, right? I was in middle high school.
Yeah.
So I think for sure, like, I've always been I've tried all the sports when I was a kid, right? Like figure skating was my main one, but I tried all of them: track and field, basketball, all of them. So just to see what I liked. Did you play soccer? I did not. I wish I played soccer, and I really think I would have loved it. That was probably the one sport I did not play. That and but I tried everything else: like softball, basketball.
I played softball.
All of them.
I played softball. I was horrible. Yeah, but my sister played, so I played field hockey.
Yeah,
yeah. But my love was always dance. I clogged.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah,
it's different.
And I'm from New Jersey. People are like, you clogged it. I'm like, there's still suburbs in the Northeast.
Is there like competitions for that?
Yeah.
Wow.
I danced in I clogged in the New Year's Day parade.
I was on the dance team in high school.
I was captain of my dance team.
Cheerleading.
Yeah. You did UCA, UDA too, right?
Oh yeah, I did all those. Those camps.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you think just having that type of foundation.
For sure. Yeah.
And so,
absolutely.
And so now that, I did some research and I wanted to kind of go over this because it's kind of alarming to me, like when I go places.
Yeah.
And I see that children are so obese. And you're like, oh my gosh, like it's sad because, I think to myself, like to me, when I see these young girls that are like in their 20s, I'm like, man, if you're obese in your 20s, like you got an uphill battle, to be, for health wise. But in 1985, approximately 7% of children between 6 and 11 were obese. And now in 2025, the ages of 6 to 11 is over 20%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in 1988 to 1994, obesity rates among adults ages 20 to 39 were 17. Mm-hmm. In 2017, it went up to 32, and now it's up into like the 40s.
That's crazy.
So
what's wrong there?
Yeah. So like something that I really feel is that people really kind of don't talk about, and then I feel when I go on to buy clothes, I see.
Oh yeah, it's definitely changed.
I see like very, 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 very thin, and then like very, very, very obese. I'm like, what about the in between? What about like the average, like the, somebody that just is like, I feel like, I don't know if it's the marketing and all that. Like, so, what do you think are some of the, basic things that people they just don't know, because some people really just don't know.
I think that's part of it. I think having more desk jobs, right? Like people are sitting for the majority of the day.
Mm-hmm.
All day. You think about it.
All day.
8 hours or more. Right? Even,
Mm-hmm.
you know, especially since COVID, like everybody works remote now, pretty much.
Yes.
So it's just, even just standing up, like at your computer, like a lot of people don't do that. I think it's a sedentary lifestyle. I think food has just changed, right? Like a loaf of bread that you used to buy a long time ago.
Yes.
Right? Was made from yeast, water, a little bit of sugar, and water. And that was it.
Yes.
3 ingredients. Not anymore. Like you understand half the ingredients on the bread package.
Yes.
It's like for the bread, even the bread I buy, I'm gluten-free, you know, went through that whole thing. I have to buy bread from a bakery that they make every day in order to eat it. That's how bread used to be made. Stuff's just not made the same anymore.
Yes.
Everything, right? There's so many preservatives and everything, just trying to make the quick fix, right?
Yes.
And it's gotten out of control. And I think that's what people, they want that quick fix, and they want it. And it's easy to eat the junk food, right? Because it's right there.
Yes. Yes.
But all those preservatives and additives in it. It's like, it's not that simple, clean ingredients. Like that's what you need to eat.
Yes.
Which 95% of people don't eat that way.
Yes.
And they think it's too expensive to eat, right? You know, it's actually cheaper. If you're buying produce at the grocery store, if you look at your bill,
Yes.
that's the least amount on the bill.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's the snacks and the preserved food, right? Even the bread,
Yes.
a gallon of milk, right? You think about it, right? It's just, food's not made the same as it used to be. And I think it's the combination of the two, just like the sedentary lifestyle plus that.
Yes.
I think it's a double whammy, unfortunately, and just not being active. Like an active lifestyle is so important.
It's so important.
So important.
I have a friend that is very dear to me. And I was telling her, I was like, you know, it's not about even, there's a thing I was like, it's not even about like being skinny or something like that, because that's not even a thing.
No.
You know, that's, you know, you can't do a lot if the only thing you care about is being skin and bones. But it's about what working out does for you mentally.
Oh yeah,
like for me,
amazing. I know.
For me, like I get so much from it, like emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Like it's not just about the physical, you know, motions and you know what I mean. So one thing, as a Pilates instructor, what benefits do you see in the movement that's just beyond the physical fitness piece of it?
I would say the weight training aspect. I know it's a big hype on social media right now, right? Like weight training, right? That is the best thing you can do for your body, like age wise, right?
Yes.
Just
for your bones,
burning fat,
yes,
bone density, posture, right? You think about all the things it does. It's slow resistance training. It is you're on springs on a machine,
yes,
with cables and things like that.
Yes,
it's the same thing as going to the gym and lifting weights, things like that. But you're not sweating in there, right? It's just, and then you're getting that benefit at rest too. That's why weight training is so important. You're getting that benefit at rest when you're not working out.
Yes.
Like cardio, you just go run for 20 minutes and that's it. But weight training, it's the after effect.
So I have to tell you this. I have a good friend, and her and I were talking on Saturday night. My daughter was sleeping over, Lily was sleeping over her daughter's house. Her name is Miranda, which I would be fine to share because she's a fabulous lady. And I was telling her, we were just talking, and I was just like, what have you done like recently that just like really filled you up? Like that really made you just like happy? And she goes, well, I tried a fitness class, and this girl, Stephanie, was the instructor, and it was she said it was one of the best, you were one of the best instructors that she's ever been to. She said that it's so sweet, and you don't know her. She doesn't know that. And it just came to me. But she said to me, she goes, Cindy, she taught so well that if you were there for the first time or if you had been there 30 times, you learned something. Yeah. I thought that was a really cool compliment.
That is the best compliment that I can get. Honestly, that's why I do it. It's for the clients. That's why I do what I do. I love my job. I get paid to work out, one, and two,
that's kind of cool.
I do it for the people, because like you want to come, you're paying a fair amount of money for that class, and you want to get a full body workout. And I do a lot of research behind the scenes when it goes into my we make all our own routines, right? You do a lot of research in that. Like, so it's just like, I have to work your entire upper body. We're going to work all the muscles up there. We're going to do the chest, tricep. A lot of people don't put a ton of thought into that. And I do, because it's like, I want them to get a good workout. I want them to feel good mentally. I want them to feel the health benefits of it. That's what they're paying for. Yes. Right? That's why I do what I do. That's why I put so much love and time into what I do, because it's for them.
Well,
That's what makes it all worth it when I get compliments like that.
It was it was really,
that's amazing.
And she's a person that has been involved in fitness for a really long time.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really, I was just, awesome. I was interesting. And then I just thought about that. I think that's really, it's a huge compliment because the truth is, like, for me, like,
so appreciate that.
Having a really good instructor is
that's a game changer.
It's a game changer.
Sure. Yeah.
Because, and she was saying, because you were so good at explaining it that anybody, because some people might go to a Pilates class or a hot yoga class or, any class and go in there very intimidated that they may not know what to do. And they, because some people, get intimidated when they go to the gym and stuff like that.
Oh, definitely.
I mean, I grew up
a lot of people.
Yeah, I grew up there. So, like, I just, I've been my mom put me in a leotard at 14 doing step aerobics. So,
Same.
I mean, so I love it. I'm like, hi, I love it. So, but I think that's the best compliment is that you spoke to all levels, that she didn't feel intimidated at all.
Yeah. And I love that. I think that's so important. Because, like, you don't know, you could teach a class you should be able to teach the same exact class to, like, if the people are all new or there's a combination of people that come all the time and they're new, right? Like, I always tell people, I'm like, hey, have you been in a reformer before? No problem, right? We'll go through the machine, no big deal, all good. Right? So it really does, like, good instructors are just that way. You can teach anybody.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
I know you're big into research.
Huge into research for all that stuff. The supplements, just... the anatomy classes you have to take for fitness instructing are really awesome. Like, I love taking those. Like, what muscles are you working right? Like, you'll go to you'll take a class, you're like, what am I working right now? Am I working my leg, my arms? Like, what am I doing? Right. So I tell them that, like, every move I'm teaching, I'm like, we're working this muscle right now and this, and this one. Right. So it's just like, that's what they're there for. They want to know what they're working and why. Yeah. Right. So that's why they're there.
So you mentioned supplements. What role have they played in your health journey, and how did you find what worked? Because I know you're
huge role.
You're huge.
So I struggled with,
because I'm new to the whole supplement game.
Yeah. So I'm like,
I feel
for
amazing.
Years. Yeah, 4 years. Right. Exactly.
I'm like, oh my God, I feel so freaking good.
What else could I add? Right. So, and years ago, I'd say about 5 years ago, I kind of started into dabbling to that. Because I'm thinking, like, okay, you're getting older, right? You're thinking, like, all right, let's start with, like, the skincare stuff. So I was like, all right, well, in medical grade skincare, love it. Find the one that works for you. And then my dermatologist was like, you need retinol because you're getting older, it prevents wrinkles, other things. Retinol was making me break out. It wasn't like, I can't use this, right? I tried all the different things. And I started researching the liquid form of, wrinkle reducing things. And then I found Peak, like another brand that I represent, and that's kind of where it started. Like, I found this, like, hyaluronic acid that you can drink. I was like, wow, I can do this. Like, my body can tolerate that, but it can't tolerate, like, the topical way to put it on your face. So I was like, this is cool. So then I started, green tea, right? Like, went there. So now I take 22 or 23 different supplements in one day. And I can't go without them because it's just like, I feel so much better. My energy level, right? I was crashing in the middle of the day.
Yes, I was crashing in the middle of the day too.
In the middle of the afternoon, right? You're picking the kids up from school at 2:30 or 3, and you're just so tired, right? And I don't have that anymore. I love it.
Yes.
It's just, your skin's great. You feel good. And you can just keep going all day. That's it. Like, an active lifestyle, and especially with my job, right? Like, teaching. I'm teaching in the morning, and I gotta keep going for the whole day. I have kids. My second job starts at 3:00 when the kids come home from school and all that stuff. So it all matters.
It all matters. It's funny because when I told you about Make, you're like, I'll try it. I love supplements.
Yeah,
and I was like, I just feel so much better.
Yeah.
And you're like, is it clean? So what, like, why? And I have a friend, and I was trying to tell her, I was like, you don't, because she's was talking about synthetic, peptides and stuff like that. And I was like, and she's like, well, and I said, look, I don't know a whole lot, but I do have friends that were on it when you could only get it out of Canada, and it was like in the black market. It's been like 5-6 years.
Right.
And I said, so I do know that they're having some medical issues. So why is it so important, like the cleanness of a product versus like a synthetic.
Hey guys, I'm Stephanie from Healthy, Well, and Good. I'm so glad Cindy introduced me to Make Wellness. My favorite collection is their Muscle and Metabolic collection. Fit, lean, and hydrated. I take it every day. Take it for 2 weeks, see if you like it. I love it. I'm hooked. I think you guys will love it too. It's the same with food too, right? You just get the cleaner, the better.
Yes.
And you think about, food, pure food, like just fruits and vegetables, best thing you can eat with the way bread's made. 3 ingredients, right?
Yes.
Just whole food and then whole ingredients that go into that supplement. Like
it's
you
already
treat it like a
nature.
food. You have to treat it like a food. Like
Okay.
I don't want, like, would I eat that? Right? You wouldn't eat, like that loaf of bread with all this, crap.
If you actually saw the ingredients laid out.
It's the same thing. Food-based, number one, for sure, and clean. Just, non-GMO, organic, always better.
Yes.
But food-based is my big one. Like, all the supplements I take are food-based. Vitamins, and I started, before I got pregnant with my girls, the prenatal I took was food-based. Like, that's what I look for in a supplement. And that's all my supplements are food-based. I'm really big the clean eating and the clean supplements. I won't take it if it's not clean.
Well, so I have a friend who's a nurse practitioner, and her and I were talking, and I told her, I said, I couldn't take prenatal vitamins. She goes, the reason why is because they were synthetic.
Right.
And I was like, I felt like sick. I was like, I feel nauseous.
Stomach.
You feel
Exactly.
nauseous. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like, you don't have to feel bad.
Mm-mm.
You don't.
And I got Jared hooked on it. I said, hey, your vitamin, no wonder why you're feeling so bad with it. Try this food-based vitamin. Night and day. So it's just the food-based supplements are the only thing that I will take. Like natural form, in its natural form.
What was you said earlier that you have gone gluten-free. What was that? Was that super challenging?
That was a struggle. So I struggled with that to even just figure out what it was. Like, I was working in a design firm at the time, very high level stress job, right? So they thought I had acid reflux, put me on medication for acid reflux, IBS, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm on both these medications for years and nothing's helping. Being tested for celiac 3 different times, it comes back negative, right? So I'm like, okay, what's happening? And I went to one doctor in Atlanta when we moved there, and he said, let's just see how this works. Let me take you off all the medicines. The 2 medicines, and not very many, just 2, and see what happens. Worst case, you go back on. I was having adverse effects from them. So here I am taking something that thought it was helping me, and it wasn't. So, and then it was a trial and error, basically, and the doctor was like, hey, we're going to test you again for celiac. It's coming back negative. I think you're just really sensitive to it. So we're going to do a food test. We're just going to try foods, eliminate a food for 2 weeks, see if that helps, right? So I did that for months. Figured out I was just gluten sensitive. And it feels 100 times better since then. Like, there are some gluten things I can have. I can have pasta that's homemade, right? That has the 3 ingredients. It's just all the additives they're adding into all the food now is messing with me. That's why a lot of people, I think, are gluten-free. It's just they're almost like they're not allergic to gluten. They're just intolerant to it. Like, they're just sensitive to it.
Yes.
So that's... And ever since, I've been gluten-free for 5-6 years now, and I feel amazing. So you got to listen to your body, right?
You
like,
gotta
my
listen to your
body
body.
just is not liking that, right?
Yes.
So
it's so interesting, really.
Weed it out.
It really is about how your body responds to something.
Yeah, you try to dairy, right? The big triggers, dairy, sugar, caffeine, gluten.
Yes.
Yeah, those are the big trigger ones. But I think it's just because food has changed so much. Like, unfortunately, it needs to get back to where it was. I don't know if we'll ever get there, but
I think there's a lot more awareness now.
Yes,
there's a lot more. There's a lot more awareness. I think that
people making their own sourdough, right, during COVID, right? That whole thing.
Man, I love some sourdough.
Me too. It's the only bread I can eat.
So I have to get mine from Black Bear.
It's the only bread I can eat.
Me too. Because my friend's like, you should make it. I was like, I do not.
No, I buy 2 loaves from Black Bear every week.
Yeah.
I'll cut them up, put them in a freezer bag, and then when I want them, I just defrost them in the toaster. I can have sourdough bread because it's homemade every day.
It's so good.
Homemade pasta would be fine if I went to Italy. Just go there.
You'll be fine. Yeah, you just need to.
I'll just live there.
Have you ever been to Italy?
No,
I know.
We need to go.
The people are so beautiful. I told Jeff, I said, "Oh my god."
I've been to France, but never.
Oh, well, yeah, but I was just like everybody, and they're all very like lean because they're walking everywhere.
Did you read that book, Blue Zone?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, my friend's like, you gotta read it.
Must read.
My friend is like, you gotta read.
There's a reason why the Mediterranean diet, right? Yes. They live until they're 100 years old for a reason.
Yes.
Active lifestyle. They're hiking up and down the hill. They try to get the food. Everything's farm to table, right? They have the lemon trees. They're growing everything right there. If I had my next house, I would have a garden in the back. I would grow everything if I had the time.
Really?
Yes.
Girl, you do not have the time. Just
I don't have the time.
Let that dream go.
Fizzle out.
You can revisit it like 20 years.
Ina Garten, huge fan.
Jeff,
her house, but she grows so much stuff. The herbs. She's got her vegetable garden. She's got that. To me, is just going back to where we started.
Yes.
We need that. Like all my favorite restaurants are farm to table for a reason. The reason why the food tastes so good.
Well, it's so funny because people
Napa Valley.
Now it's like chic to farm to table, where it's very
It's cool now.
Yeah, it's cool now.
It's cool now. It's bougie now. Napa Valley, right? You got every restaurant.
There's a place out in Cabo, I forget what it's called, that we've gone to, and it was all the hype. Like, you have to eat there, you have to eat there, you have to eat there, and it was. Jeff was like eating it. He was like, this is like.
People talk about the wine when they go to Napa. I'm like, the food though. I was like, no, stop. The food though is some of the best I've ever had.
Yes.
Because of that reason. Like, they're growing it fresh right there. If it's not in season, they're not serving it right now.
Well, and that's the whole thing with
shopping in season is important.
Shopping in season, and my mom was always big about that because my mom's Korean, and so when their family would come, they'd be like, "How do y'all have this produce right now? Because it's out of season."
Right.
So my mom was always like, "Don't." She's like, "Nope, out of season. Nope, out of season."
Yeah.
And she'd always like tell me that we'd go to the grocery store when she'd be buying fruit. She's like, "That's not actually in season yet." And the other day I got real excited because there was a watermelon. My girls love watermelon, and I bought it, and I was like, and I cut it and I ate it, and I was like, "What?" I know that. I know it's not in season. It's not in season until the summer. Like, I know that. So anyways. Mm-hmm. So for people, like, one thing I wanted to talk to you about is, because I'm like real big into self-care, like taking care of yourself, making time for yourself. So somebody like that, like for fitness, like you don't actually have to go to a studio and work out yours, because nowadays, like back when we were growing up, like my mom, like if she wanted, she had to go, she could put in a Jane Fonda tape at home if she really wanted to, but my mom's very social, but now like you could get on YouTube and you could do pretty much anything with your own body weight.
Oh, everything. I tell people that all the time. Like, you just need your own, you just need just you. That's all. Like, what props do I need? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You could do push-ups from home. You can use anything. Like
and all the videos are free.
Up and down. Exactly.
All the videos are free.
Yep, I know.
On YouTube, it's like, so like you can, like, if you, and I'll tell you, like stretching and all that, like
so good.
People, I'm like, you got to stretch.
Even walking. Walking is one of the best things you can do. It's absolutely free. It's absolutely free.
To walk. Yeah. I try to schedule walking time with my girlfriends so that we can catch up.
The social aspect, talking to someone on the phone, having lunch with someone, right? Interacting with someone. That's part of the reason why I play tennis too. It's just the social interaction. Having that social interaction is so important in addition to all the stuff. People want this, like it's like one thing, right? They're going to take the supplement. Yep, that's all I'm going to do. The supplement's not going to work if you're not going to do everything else. It's it's a little, everything in moderation. Like, okay, we're going to take supplements. We're going to eat clean. We're going to exercise, right? It's a big picture what keeps you living longer, right? It's not just that one supplement that's going to make this all work.
Yes.
And then with the whole Ozempic and all the weight loss stuff, that's really scary to me, because it's just like, they want that quick fix where it's like, actually, it's the whole lifestyle. It's the whole active lifestyle. It's the whole eating. It's made of
like some type of like lizard venom or something.
I don't even want to.
Did you know that? I have the stuff that I've heard.
I'm going to touch that with 10-foot pole.
I'll tell you that
scary.
My friends that have, but there's
there's literally plastic surgeons that specialize in it because it takes the meat out of your face. I have a friend who told me, you know, she's very, very, very big into health. And I saw her and I said, girl, because it's obvious.
Right.
I said, girl,
it's very obvious.
And she said to me, I said, hey, first of all, I don't mean that out of judgment.
No.
I probably would have tried it if my husband would let me, but he didn't. He would not. He was like, hail to the no, Cindy.
No.
And then she just told me, she said, hey, she said, she was getting ready for something, a very special event. Okay. And she said she was working out because she's very in tune with her body because she's into fitness, she's into health.
Yeah.
And she said she was working out so hard. She said, but she was losing her muscle. She said, I knew it was bad because of that.
Absolutely.
Well,
that's what happens.
I don't know.
Scary.
Well, some people don't know that
the side effects are really scary, right?
The hair loss and the eyes,
the hair loss, the rapid heartbeat, your heartbeat getting up super high because your body doesn't know what to do, the loose skin, right? Like you're losing, and then you're losing all that fat and muscle, and then once you lose all that muscle, it comes back as fat too, which is they don't get. Like that's not coming back as that's gone. Like you can't. Now there's all these companies making these supplements like to take with it. I'm like, so now you're taking Ozempic and then something else to go with that? It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
So because try to regain that muscle mass is just not possible.
Well, and the truth is, like, they don't know that, like, the make products that, I mean,
they're amazing. They are.
But it's like you could actually take something that's natural and do the same thing, but make you feel good, and you can preserve your lean muscle because that's what we all want. That's what's pretty is the lean muscle.
Absolutely.
That's what's pretty. I mean, anyway, so I don't want to get onto that range because I have a girlfriend who her and I, like, we're just like, and I got a flyer. I got a flyer in the mail the other day.
And to each their own, right? Like that's cool. You do.
But there are better ways.
That's not my thing. Yeah. Absolutely. There's better ways. Million better ways.
There's better ways. You mentioned before you and I talked, I asked you to send me some things that you're really, passionate about, and you said eating the rainbow.
Absolutely.
So for people that don't know and are not super into wellness, or this might be something that's educational for them, like how could they start on a smaller scale eating the rainbow, and what does that mean?
Oh, it's just with the phrase "you are what you eat" is absolutely true. Like it's just eating just whole food, just produce in general, whether it's organic or not, is so much better than eating anything processed, if you think about it. Right?
Yes,
so it's just eating, your plate should be colorful. Is what it should do.
Okay.
Like fruits, right? Fruits. You think of all like the best fruit to eat. Berries, right? Look, you want to eat, your plate should look like the rainbow. Everything you eat, like salads, fruit, even just having dinner, right? You're having chicken, lean protein, rice, and then you're having red pepper, green pepper, zucchini, right? Like it's just, that Mediterranean diet is really, it goes hand in hand with eating the rainbow. Like that's what I pretty much follow, is to eat a Mediterranean diet with good oils, like olive oil, avocado oil.
Which do you prefer? Because my mom's like, you got to get off the olive oil.
You have to get the healthy fat. Yeah.
Yes.
And butter is great. I mean, I love butter. I love butter. Clean, good butter.
Yeah.
It's just, but not the synthetic margarine.
Yes.
Right. Nothing. And all those additives are way worse for you than just eating the real thing. Eat the real sugar. Eat the real butter.
Well, it's funny because I remember, in college, I can't believe it's not butter. I'd be slapping that. Yeah, country. I'd be slapping that on the
big tub of it. Because right, just that's what my mom bought. Right, like that's what was in the fridge. You're just like, all right. And I had no idea what was in it, right? I was in middle school. I guess we'll just eat that. So no, I do. I'm like, no, thanks. No,
I struggle with greens. I love lettuce, but so when I was pregnant with Lillian, I have naturally low iron. And so I have to take.
Women do.
I take an iron supplement from Plexus, my friend Julia Cardi, which y'all know, the Cardis. It's called Iron Woman, and I used to have to get iron shot in my butt.
Yeah, most women are iron and magnesium.
And
those
so
are the two big ones.
So I always craved red meat when I was pregnant. Yeah. And so, and I don't think I was ever
very common.
I was very in tune with my body, I guess, when I was pregnant. My Jess is because it's the first time I realized that there was somebody else in the world besides myself.
Yep. Newsflash. You got to share it with somebody now. Two, actually. Right.
And so, but I, with the, but I could not eat. I used to love asparagus and broccoli. And now it's so hard for me. So I drink the suja. Is that okay?
Totally fine.
Okay, good. Okay, because I love the suja.
Hey.
And there's this influencer girl named Corporate Natalie that I love. And she always, I'm like, I love it. And I love her. So I always
I
get
do
that.
The Athletic Greens is my multivitamin.
Okay, you love it. Do you do that in the morning?
I love it. That's one of the first ones I started with, after I did the skincare ones. And then that was one of the big ones I started with. So I was like, I need a new multivitamin, right? And I was taking a food-based one I really loved when I was pregnant. And I just kept taking it. And I'm like, I don't really need my prenatal one anymore. So that's when I found Athletic Greens. And it's really easy to digest because it's a liquid.
Yes.
And I loved that. Eating the greens, though, it's tough. Most people...
I like Brussels sprouts. Most people what? Tell me.
That's probably, people are really good at eating fruit because it's sweet. I don't mind eating this.
Yes.
The greens are more bitter.
Yes.
So
I love romaine lettuce. I love romaine lettuce.
Salads and soups are the best way to get greens. I think.
Okay,
because you can flavor it, right?
Yes,
so you have the dressing, and then you have... Those are my two favorite, vegetable serving ideas.
Okay.
Soups, because they taste good.
Yes.
And salads. So you think about the dressing. You make a great dressing... Anything could taste good with that, right?
Yes.
A clean dressing. And you get your greens, but you can have fruit in the salad, right? Like a spinach salad with strawberries, walnuts, feta, poppy seed dressing. I mean, there you go. Spinach is a green.
You tell me you make your own poppy seed dressing.
I do make my own dressing. I'm one of those. I love to cook too. So I make Greek and then poppy seed every week. Those are my favorite too. But you would not believe the preservatives in most dressing.
Oh, don't need to tell me.
I know. I'm going to go, yep.
I know.
But it takes 2 seconds to make your own dressing. It really does. 5 minute max.
If you saw my kitchen, though.
5 minute max to make it.
Fun fact about Stephanie, for people that don't know her, she has the cleanest kitchen.
I do.
In South Walton. Maybe, and it's like your house is really tidy, and that's...
You talk about a mental thing that makes you feel good. Being organized makes me calm.
I'm so
clutter free.
Oh my God.
If clutter is not good for my mental state. So I'm very happy when everything's color coded and organized. The Container Store, one of my favorite places to go. Love that place.
I had somebody come and professionally organize my entire house.
Yes, people have asked me. People have asked me to do that, and I said, I'm going to stay in my lane. Health and wellness is my lane.
Yeah.
I do this just for me. And no offense against you, but I don't want to organize your stuff. I don't know.
That's so funny because
I organize my stuff, but they were like, when we sold our first house in Atlanta, you'll laugh. The realtor opens up the pantry. She's like, wow. Like that, right? It's just all the clear containers with no boxes. I have no boxes. I take everything out of the box, clear container.
Yes, I see that's the number
labels.
one thing is get rid of all the packaging.
But that makes me feel good. Mentally, I feel calm. I feel collected with it being organized. My fridge and my pantry and my closets. The clutter is a big for me.
I've had my closet professionally organized too.
Yes, makes me feel good. Some people would be like, that doesn't bother me. Great.
No, it bothers me, but
I feel better. I'm a happier person when I'm organized that way.
But it's like a thing I was talking
my
to.
My calendar. Oh, you should see my digital calendar. All color-coded. Makes me happy.
I need a little bit of that.
Okay.
You need to give me...
Well, make your own dressing, and then I'll come organize your pantry while I'm there.
Okay, I'll do
it for you. I'll do it for you.
I'll start small, but no, it's like a thing. I was talking to our good friend, that we both love, Shelly, and she was like, girl, her kitchen is so clean. I was like...
I know. I was like, that's what makes me happy.
No, do what you
make. If I come home, I'm like, ooh, the kitchen's a mess, and all the dishes everywhere, that would drive me insane. So I'm like, I know what
it's so good that you're in tune. Yeah, it's so good that you're in tune to something as simple as just having an organized kitchen space.
Clean car too. Clean car, clean house. That's our opposite.
We are opposite, but I feel like we have we're so much alike.
Absolutely. And that's the cool thing about, you meet different people every day, and everybody, you do you, right?
But you do you.
That is fine. And you're living there. I tell people, like, I'm not living there. Yeah, like, you have to be happy living there.
Yeah, I
couldn't live in that.
You're like, you're not like,
can.
You're not like, I judge you for that.
Never.
No, people do what works for them. Mm-hmm. Can I tell you one thing that I love about you, though?
What's that?
You're an inviter. You're a person who invites people. I love that about you.
Person. I love meeting new people. Like,
you're an inviter. I love that about you.
And I'm real. I am not. Well, I will not sugarcoat anything. I'll tell you exactly how it is. And I think a lot of people, especially, are not like that, right? Like, they're just kind of, they want to do what looks good, right? It's just like, but that's not real. Like, you just want to be a genuine, real person. There's not a lot of that anymore.
Well, I think that people are so a fear of. Yeah. Like, like you said, like, I'm not judging you, but that's, if you want to do it that way, that's fine, but like, I'll never forget in college, I had this girlfriend, and we were at the bar hanging out, and this guy said something, and she was like, "Whoa!" And I was like, "What the hell was that?" And I was like, "Jessica, what was that?" And she goes, "Oh, that's a courtesy laugh." And I was like, "Oh,
that's funny."
I was like, "Oh," I knew the girl for 2 years. I never heard her laugh like that. Mm-hmm. And I was like, a courtesy laugh. But anyway, so I thought, okay, like, that's different. I thought to myself, that's different. Right. Not bad or good, just different. Yeah. Yeah. Like, but you're an inviter. And I think I think it's important because, I think sometimes people assume that people always get invited to things.
Right, and it's okay to say no.
It's okay to say no.
I am a big proponent on that. It's just like, hey, you're not going to make all the birthday parties. You're not going to make all that. You have to prioritize the stuff that's important to you at that point. So it's okay to say no. You don't have to go to every birthday party. Yes. You don't have to go to every lunch or dinner. People get it. You have a life.
You have a life, yes.
And we understand. We get that. Like, so there's, yeah. That's it. And then just surround yourself with people like that.
Yes.
That you want to be around, like the good energy. Like that's the good energy.
Good energy.
Positive energy. I'm a very positive person. Like, there's always something you can find positive out of every situation. Really, there is.
That's why it's fun to be around. It's fun. That's fun to be around. Hey, we should totally do a soccer tournament. We go. And then the guys can stay. Huh?
Yeah.
Because Jeff has his like bro time, and him and Jared will like.
All right.
I think Jared gets a kick out of with stuff that Jeff says.
They are funny. Those
two. I mean, the
soccer dads. Yeah. Okay, he's funny.
So we're getting closer to the end. So, what advice would you want to give someone wanting to shift toward a Mediterranean or whole food diet, kind of getting a little bit healthy, but they may feel overwhelmed by? Because I'll be honest with you, it seems like you say make your own dressing, and I'm like.
And then that's like people with like the whole meal prep thing. That I tried that. Like, I'm gonna do the meal prep. I'm gonna make all these individual. That did not work for me.
Yes.
So I think just the more try to fill your cart with as much fresh produce as possible.
Yes.
And what's not?
They say stay around
protein.
Exactly. They say stay around the edges of the grocery store.
Yeah. Just honestly, the produce section should be 80% of what you buy. Really? And lean protein.
Okay.
Dairy is great too. Yeah, I mean, organic, I would recommend. Clean dairy, cheese. That's all whole.
Yes.
Right? So it's just fruits, veggies.
But you said all whole, so I can't shred. I can't buy already shredded.
Yeah, you can. It's
it's better to have it whole.
It is, but I'm a time saver though too. So I do buy shredded cheese. If I'm going to make a recipe and I'm melting cheese on it, I'll buy it already shredded to save time. Yes. Nothing wrong with that at all.
What's your favorite cheese? Shredded cheese. Jeff loves the Tillamook.
I like the Greenwise Publix.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan of the Publix Greenwise. Their brand. I mean, I like Whole Foods 365 brand. Yeah. And I like Publix Greenwise. And I think they're priced right for what they are. You can get it. I do all my shopping at Publix.
Yes.
All of it. Greenwise, Publix is my favorite brand for everything. Like, it really is.
You could be their spokesperson.
I think it's great. I mean, I like Faye is the yogurt and the sour cream. I'm a big fan of them. Organic Valley.
So if you were to give some advice, like what would for first steps, just kind of like get produce, stay on that
produce, as much produce as possible. Lean protein, like chicken. chicken breasts.
Yes.
Very easy.
Yes.
Right? You can do a lot with that. You can grill. You can make so many recipes you can do with chicken.
Yes.
And then if you are buying packaging stuff, just be mindful of organic when you can or non-GMO when you can.
Okay.
So
Stephanie,
that's my advice.
the wellness guru. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for coming.
If I call myself a guru, but yeah. Here to help.
I've given you that title.
Oh, thanks.
I'll give you that title.
I'll take it.
Thank you.
good.
Thank you for coming. I hope that you had fun.
Thank you for having me. I had a great time.
Good.
I could sit here all day and talk about it.
Well, we'll have to come back.
I really could.
You'll have
I'll
to come
definitely
back.
be back. So.
Yes. Good.
It's fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys for spending your time. I hope that you learned something that could help you become healthier and from the inside out. That's all for now. Bye.
Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. Please like, subscribe, and follow. So Hype Cindy.